Hi, it's Brett Elliott, medical herbalist, and today I'm here to talk to you about fasting. Fasting has become very popular in recent times as a way of benefiting health, losing weight, and that type of thing. Today I'm here to talk to you about the different types of fasting and the actual health benefits of fasting, of those various types. So I'm just going to summarize quickly, and you'll find a lot of information, the links around this video and on the page, the article on this page, with deeper information, and also links to the research around the things that I'm saying. So traditionally, fasting is a term that means abstaining from all or some kinds of food, usually for religious purposes or spiritual practices. And the more technical definition of fasting is actually the same, abstaining from all or some kinds of food, but more for scientific research or experimental health reasons. So the modern types of fasting that we are using today, that have become popular today, sort of combines those different things. People are using it for health benefits, some people are using it for spiritual benefits, and some are combining those things together. So let me go through quickly the different types of fasting that there are. So there is a what you call a complete fast, which is where you just fast on nothing but water. And some people do this for sometimes up to 5 or even 10 days. That's an extreme type of fasting, and I wouldn't recommend that unless you're well versed and well practiced in fasting over a long period of time. The other things you can do are juice fasts or fruit fasts, or really just go on a restricted food group type of fast. Those can be quite beneficial, and those can be done over the same kind of time frames. And then you've got what you'd call a clean diet, which is a type of restricted food fasting as well. That can be like a detox, and that's something that I recommend doing quite often, actually, at least twice a year for a couple of weeks, is to do a really clean food fast and detox. So let's talk about these different types of fasting and the benefits. Well, first of all, the complete fast. There's been a lot of research around complete fasting and what it can do to the body. So in the cells, it triggers a process called autophagy or autophagy, which is where the cells go around and clean up their own internal waste or debris. And these can be particles of proteins and other waste products that accumulate in the cells. So when you go on a complete fast, it can take 3 to 5 days for this autophagy to start taking place and for the cells to really start cleaning up. But the benefits of that can be huge. For example, the body might be going through a process of, because of toxins and waste product buildup, of attacking itself. And so the immune system can start to be involved in that process, and you get what's called autoimmune disease. So fasting, complete fasting for a period of 3 to 5 days has been shown to help reverse that process of autoimmune dysfunction or immune dysfunction and autoimmune disease. So good reason to do a complete fast if you've got something like that going on. But I wouldn't recommend going straight into that. I think you should practice with maybe clean diet, maybe restricted food fasting, and try it over a period of splitting those up several weeks apart and trying them over a few days until you get well practiced and you know how your body is going to respond and how you'll feel. The other thing with complete fasting is there's a process called what they've termed the garbage catastrophe, where the cells accumulate so much waste internally and even around the cells that they start to dysfunction. So you get improper proteins and internal communication systems within the cell start to dysfunction, and the cells can actually become this part of the aging process, and also the cells can become cancerous. So when there's accumulation of toxins and wastes within the cells, this garbage catastrophe can start to cause disease in the body. So complete fasting has also been shown to reverse that process, and you'll see the links to the research on that around the video as well. So another reason to do fasting. So that's complete fasting. Then you've got intermittent fasting, which is commonly these days a lot of people are calling it the keto diet, where you fast for a period of a few hours a day. And as part of that process, you trigger in your body the ketosis, so your body starts to burn fats. And the way to do that is to stop eating for 16 hours a day and only eat for 8 hours a day. So in other words, the simplest way to do that is just skip breakfast and don't eat until about 11 o'clock in the morning, and maybe have your lunch around that time, and then have your dinner within the 8 hours of that, so by 7 p.m. And then you go into a intermittent fast or a short fast for 16 hours a day. And by doing that, you will help to trigger. Also the benefits that we spoke of mildly are there, but the big thing is that your body starts to stabilise its blood sugar, starts to burn fat, you'll start to lose weight. So there's quite a few benefits of intermittent fasting. And they've also found that with fasting, with ketosis, and also with complete fasting, is that it's extremely good for your brain. So it puts stress on the brain, which actually is a very, very good thing for the brain. So it causes your brain to be more resilient, and strengthens your brain, and it helps prevent long-term things like dementia, for example. So another very good reason to do fasting. And I should mention, with the intermittent fasting, with triggering the ketosis, that's a high-fat diet. So you've got to do a lot of fat to actually trigger ketosis with your intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting will be good on its own, in and of its own, but if you can do it with a high-fat diet, you'll trigger the fat burning, and that will help you with your weight loss and your blood sugar balance a lot more. All right, so the last one I want to talk about is the detox or the clean diet, which is going right down to just fruit and vegetables, mainly just fresh fruit and vegetables with a high water content, high fibre content, and they have an extremely high level of enzymes, antioxidants, vitamins and minerals, and also other micronutrients and phytonutrients that help to heal and protect your body. So by fasting on a clean, whole food, fruit and vegetable only diet, or doing a detox, you'll trigger a huge amount of healing processes in your body, and that will help to reset the gut health, the liver, and that kind of thing. So fasting is fantastic. I highly recommend it, and you can try those various types, but I recommend starting probably with a detox clean diet first, then trying a bit of ketosis with that, which you can do by going high fat, and then towards the end, if you're doing, for example, a 2-week detox diet, and you've done that a couple of times, towards the end you can do a few days on the complete fast and get those other benefits. So I hope that's been helpful, and look at the research and the information, because I'm sure you'll find it amazing what you can do for your health by fasting.